Well, hello again, and welcome to Roland's Reviews. Hope that you're having a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Um, just trying to get everything straight here. Um, as you fill up the chat room, please do me one small favor. I just need for you to hit that like button for me, and I promise it won't cost you anything. Thank you so much, everyone in the chat. You've really been sharing this content out. I think over the past couple of days, I have 20 plus new subscribers. Just know that all of your hard work is greatly appreciated. All right. I'll give you another minute or so to join the chat here. And I'm going to try to get everything adjusted. Hopefully, you can hear and see me clearly. CJ, I see you. All right. Prosperity said, let's do this. I spoke with her earlier on the telephone. And again, we stand with Chicago. Um, okay, how we doing? All right, there we go. Valerie, I see you too, love. All right. If you have Facebook, if you have Truth Social, please, please, please continue to share these live streams out on your various forms of social media. Now, Blackson is in the chat. He's a little busy today, I think. Yes, Nikki, I love it. And that's what we need. Um, it's just, a shame that it has come to this point. And again, we've been saying Chicago is about to explode, and rightfully so. When you have taxation without representation, that's always a recipe for disaster. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Several of you are here. I will do the roll call. If you'd like for me to call your name out, just say hello or send a little emoji. Whatever you choose to do, please do it. All right. Um, where are we? Prosperity, we're glad you're here. Continue the fight. We are with you. She said, let's do it. So we will. Valerie, hi. Hope you're doing fine as well. Chubbs, of course. The Arena Uncensored. Alley Cat, welcome back. We've all been praying for you. Everyone's been asking about you, and you told me you would be here, and here you are. We are so glad. You were thoroughly missed, and we're glad you're back with us today. The Bill ABC TV says, hope the people of Chicago vote the Dems out. Yes, Bill, we're hoping and praying. That's what we all want. Nikki, how are you? I think you're new here. They are mad about Tom Homan. Not a lot of Republicans running. Okay, Nikki. Nikki, if you're new here, hit the like button and the subscribe button for me, please, dear. Thank you so much. Isaiah, how are you? Cammie, we're glad you're back, always. The pyromaniac, but it's still the fishing kid. Hello. That's all right. Pyromaniac, we're glad you're here, and we definitely know who you are. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. The fire started here. Look at the oh yeah, those you're hitting those likes. I love it. Hit that little thumb. Share this on Truth Social. Share this on Facebook. We absolutely love it. If you look at the title, and we're very limited so far as the length of the title here on YouTube. So that's why you see my thumbnails usually have the ones I make. They usually have more wordage than than you see the title of the YouTube video, which is very, very limited. So Chicago mayor betrays residents with higher taxes. Okay. Proposed $400,000 salary for vice mayor. So again, folks, we're talking about priorities. And I also have, if you're not familiar, I have another video to share with you in reference to his wife. They spent $80,000 on her office. So this is a slap in the face to the tax-paying community in Chicago. And so thank you so much, Nikki. We missed you too, Alley Cat. So I wanted to share this with you. Now, if you were here last night, that video is doing very well, well over 1,500 views already. Please check it out. This has been an ongoing saga. The plight of Chicago, to me, I've always said, is totally, totally unacceptable. And again, we have to continue to support Chicago because it could be coming to a city near you. So we have to let the people in charge of us, people who've been voted into office, know this is not acceptable, right? And we will vote you out. How you doing, Mayor? Glad you're here. Alley Cat, that idiot needs to go far away. Deport him along with his illegal garbage bag. Okay, Alley Cat is back. She must be feeling better. I love it. And so let me play this short video. Now, Prosperity is in the comment section. Prosperity, tell these wonderful people here in the chat. How you doing, Amy? We know why he postponed it. But tell these wonderful people. Now, remember, those of you who are new here, how you doing, Amy? Yes, that we not only need to vote him out, but demand his resignation. Amy, he needs to go like yesterday. Okay, he needs to go. All right. So I'm going to share this video. And again, if you don't know why, Prosperity will tell you. We know this is smoke and mirrors. And again, I've already done a video with the first budget. So Biden's migrants, well, Biden's and Kamala's migrants have bankrupted these sanctuary cities. Let's listen to this, folks.
Back unfolds in the chaotic scene at City Hall against Mayor Brandon Johnson's proposed budget.
Now, WGN's Jewel Hillary is live at City Hall with the details tonight on why shouting broke out in the chamber. Jewel.
Hi, good evening, Micah and Ray. Today's city council meeting, which only lasted about 20 minutes, quickly turned chaotic when the council passed a motion to postpone the meeting as well as the final budget vote. That budget vote was expected to take place today, but Mayor Johnson didn't have enough support on his side to get it through.
What took place today is something that we, the group of 15, predicted before Thanksgiving.
Please order here.
Disorder in the chamber broke out shortly after Friday's city council meeting started.
Sergeant at Arms, please restore order in the council chambers.
This after 28th Ward Alderman Jason Irvin called for a motion that passed 32-16 to end the meeting and for council to return Monday afternoon to vote on the city's 2025 budget.
To be 18 days from the deadline with no end in sight, this is something that I think that hasn't happened in well over a century.
Several weeks ago, council unanimously rejected a $300 million property tax increase, followed by a $150 million hike that also failed to gain support. The mayor's latest recommendation to help balance the budget includes a $68.5 million property tax increase. Many of the mayor's opponents say they won't agree to any budget relying on property taxes.
Right.
While this may have been a massive defeat for Mayor Johnson today, it was a major victory for Chicago taxpayers who have been calling my colleagues for the last several weeks demanding cuts in this budget.
What's going to happen with this budget if it passes is that the mayor and his allies are going to get the North Pole and the voters are going to get coal in their stocking for Christmas.
In spite of his defeat, Mayor Johnson says he's optimistic that the city will pass a balanced budget by the end of the year. Johnson didn't directly answer whether or not he'd support a budget that doesn't include a $68.5 million property tax increase.
What I've said from the very beginning, that I'm committed to making sure that our budget reflects the values of the people of Chicago. I know the people of Chicago don't want to see cuts to services. And we're going to continue to work through the weekend and accept more ideas that come in throughout this process.
Even if the proposed budget changes over the weekend, the mayor and his colleagues say passing it on Monday is a possibility.
The answer is yes, we can take care of it on Monday. The rules do allow for amendments in real time
In the event a budget is not agreed on by December 31st, the mayor says money for city services won't be available.
We have a state statute that requires us to pass a budget by the end of this year, including if we are going to levy any property tax, whether it's the existing property tax that we have today, we have to have that in place by the end of this year.
We did hear from several aldermen who tell us that they do plan to work through this upcoming weekend to figure out a plan to balance this budget without that $68.5 million property tax hike. The next city council meeting is scheduled for Monday at 1 p.m. Reporting live in the loop, I'm Jewel Hillary, WGN News.
Thank you, Jewel.
So, hey, I have an idea. How about get rid of the migrants? So he's making all these different suggestions, but the one thing that he could do, and you've heard Prosperity say it, she's at all of these city council meetings. Get rid of the migrants. So he knows what to do, but he's trying to toe the Democratic line. That's what this is about. Yes, they're really crashing out hard, Cammie. They are. And this is not what your constituents want. This is not what the people want. Did he not see the results of this last election? You've got to be tone deaf. So Amy, the mayor's budget gives him a pay raise to $400,000. Amy, I'm coming. Oh, I'm going to share that. I'm sharing everything. Dorian, how are you? Right, Prosperity. And I'm gonna play another one of Prosperity's videos. Prosperity, please drop your channel link, love, so that we can send everyone over to make sure they're watching your content. She is there live at the city council meetings. James, the Chicago teacher unions, they're the highest paid teachers in the country, the lowest scholastic scores in the country, more than 30,000 per student per year. Exactly. The teachers are getting rich. The students aren't learning a thing. Makes perfect sense, right? Okay. And so let me share another video with you. As I said, this is crazy. Let me present. And we know why he postponed. If you weren't here, we did a video where he lost 50. They voted against him 50-0. So you're all alone on an island by yourself, and you're still unwilling to make a change. Mayor, I moved out of Chicago because of the schools. Mayor, you're very intelligent. So let's see what this lady is saying. And remember, not just homeowners like Prosperity, and Prosperity is a business owner as well. So we're talking homeowners, we're talking business owners. Everyone is suffering. And you know what to do to stop the suffering, but you won't do it. Oh, God, here we go.
Time is running out for the city of Chicago to pass its budget. Mayor Brandon Johnson canceled today's vote when it became clear his plan wouldn't pass.
As WGN's Jenna Barnes reports, many property owners are anxious about the final agreement. Jenna?
Yeah, Ray and Micah, Mayor Brandon Johnson's budget proposal was up for a vote today, but it's been pushed back because he doesn't have enough city council support for his proposed property tax increase. And perhaps this comes as no surprise. Talking to homeowners out here in the Loop this afternoon, we learned they have little appetite for bigger bills.
I know there are some shortfalls in the budget, and it seems as if the administration always come to the homeowners to kind of fill that void.
Chicago homeowners anxious as the city's budget clock ticks down to its end-of-year deadline, and Mayor Brandon Johnson's proposed property tax increase remains on the table.
We don't want to see our property taxes go up. We don't want to see our family's property taxes go up. And it's kind of frustrating to be like, well, why is this going on citizens?
This meeting is recessed until December 16th at 1 p.m.
Unable to shore up enough votes for his budget plan, Mayor Johnson canceled the scheduled city council vote Friday, rescheduling it for Monday.
I know the people of Chicago don't want to see cuts to services. And we're going to continue to work through the weekend and accept more ideas that come in throughout this process.
City Council already unanimously rejected a $300 million property tax increase Johnson proposed to help close the nearly $1 billion budget gap. His scaled back $68 million property tax increase is still a non-starter for many.
What's going to happen with this budget if it passes is that the mayor and his...
All right. And so we pretty much heard what he's had to say. But folks, for people that have forgotten or don't remember or never heard of it. So Brandon Johnson, when he was running for mayor, he ran under the premise, I will not raise your taxes. All right. So this is why this is such a slap in the face. He ran and said that he would not be raising these people's taxes. And again, we know what's in play here. Okay. What they're trying to do, and people are losing their homes. And we may do a video. How you doing, Blexit? Hit that like button for those who are here. And you're enjoying this content. Share it out as well. Blexit says people who leave Chicago can't stop talking about Chicago. So why leave Chicago in the first place if Chicago can't stay out of your mouth and off your brain? Well, Blexit, when people have been mistreated and lied to, it is kind of difficult to stop talking about it. Some people are just that's a bad experience, Blexit. And so, and everyone handles things differently, if that makes sense. And so this is what they're up against. And let me show you again, it's a slap in the face because when you ran, you said, oh, I'm not going to raise your taxes. So, okay, let me find Prosperity's channel here and make sure. And again, Prosperity, she's there fighting. Yesterday I had someone come in from Chicago, I'm assuming from the way they were talking. You're not from Chicago, but you're talking about Chicago. Well, I'm not at the meetings, but I'm in close contact with every day. Prosperity, whenever they have something, she's there. I'm talking, I'm communicating with her. She's telling me what is going on. And so, hey, it is what it is. Let me find her. I forgot what I needed to type in to get it to pop up. But anyway, hey, all I can say is, excuse me, I'm not there, but I'm in close contact with someone who is. So I don't know if that was someone who was just trolling. I just don't know. Okay. All right. So let me see. I think is it income prosperity? Income. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that's why this is such a slap in the face and people feel betrayed. Hit the like button for me, folks. This is her channel. All right. And so even though we're not there, she is. And they had a victory. So Brandon Johnson started off asking for 300 million. Right? And in a vote of 50-0, his own city councilman said no. And so this is her content, and I love it. As you can see, right here we go. And this is her little Trump hat. This is her, and this was an incident yesterday on the outside, and she does not back down. She tells it like it is, and that's what we need. All right. So again, they went from 300 million to 150 million. So what does he not get? How you doing, Linda? No new property taxes. You're taxing the people out of the wazoo. And when they can't pay their taxes, you're taking their property. All right. And so this is some of this. I'll play some of this. All right. For those of you that don't know, this is, again, it started at 300 million. That's where it started. How you doing, Florida? Jackie, how are you, love? Amy, Blexit, citizens of Chicago, love this town and are so upset over what is happening here. The migrant situation, the crime, shootings, and killings, and police are stripped of powers. It's sad, right, Amy? Yes, Amy. Amy, share this out. We stand in unison with prosperity, with the people of Chicago who are truly trying to make a difference. Amy, I'm glad you're here. Everyone lumps everyone in Chicago in one bag. Well, you voted for it. Prosperity's been voting for conservatively for 20 years or more. And so let's not lump everyone in the same. I have people that drop into the chat, and that's what they say flippantly. But you voted for it. She didn't vote for it. She's just suffering as a result of other people's voting failure. So I wish people would at least listen to the conversation before they come in and make those statements, because she did not ask for this. And again, now he dropped it from 300 to 150. Now he's asking 68 million. And the answer is still no. So, yes, Mayor, other major companies moved out of Chicago. Yeah, they had to. When they're not making any money, crime is rampant. So, again, we didn't have enough crime. We had to import crime with the illegals. And they're out there doing all kinds of things that if we as Americans would do, we'd be in jail. The Hood Assassin, thank you for the super chat. The Hood Assassin says, an illegal I'm not sure what you're saying. Brothel in Chicago was receiving illegal property tax breaks for decades. Yeah, the Hood Assassin. I understand what you're saying. We'll probably be talking about that tomorrow, about what they are allowed to do, say, as opposed to people who were born in this country. Yeah, there's kickbacks. Chicago has long been known for their corruption. And so, yeah, but listen to this, folks.
We still have alders in office who are rubber stamped for Rahm Emanuel, who ruled carte blanche. They let him close black schools and fire black teachers, which led to a $9.25 million settlement. There was no request to meet with the school board, which he appointed. No questioning of the CEO. Ballas was allowed to take on payday bond loans to the tune of $650 million. Chief Administrator David Vitale issued $1 billion in toxic swaps. I partly blame him.
I'm going to move it so you can hear to what Ms. Prosperity is saying. Okay, so bear with me here, because we really want to hear what she's saying. And like I said, she lays it out like Family Guy. And thank God, I spoke to her on the phone this morning, and they have to respect her. They have to listen to her. She speaks very intelligently, and she tells them what they need to do to correct it, but he won't do it. Make it make sense, people. So let's listen to what she's saying.
Ever, but start fully funding pensions that teachers and staff.
Here we go.
Across the United States, or how they see you. But 14% rating. Now, I'm going to talk about all those known donations of $11.5 million.
This is what, those of you who are new here, spam the comment section with some love, some hearts for Prosperity. Like I said, when she shows up, she has her receipts. And they throw some people out. They can't throw her out. She's speaking intelligently and she's showing her receipts. I'll continue.
Dollars that came from places like the CTU, the SEIU, the American Federation of Teachers, Illinois Federation of Teachers, and then someone got the nerve to get on there and talk about cutting their pensions. What about our real estate? Because see, we paid for these properties for a purpose and not for you to go touching it with $300 million that you want to siphon out of the citizens' pockets. Get rid of the illegals, and that'll take your money. Right.
Did she not tell them? She's been telling them this since day one. What don't they understand? That prosperity. That's all right, prosperity. You're still there and you're bringing the fire. Don't stop. Don't give up. Cammie, the illegals are also running open air in New York. The kids passed by the Cammie, I heard about that. Yeah, this human trafficking is out of control. James, the story does not end at property tax. It's based on false property value. Yes, James, I had a conversation with Prosperity. She explained to me how that works. It means higher homeowners insurance. Combination of the two is destroying. Yeah, they're displacing Americans, taking their property because they can't afford the insurance. And I had a conversation with her about that. They'll do an evaluation, jack your price up. Oh, now your taxes are high. Now your insurance is higher. Oh, you can't pay your taxes or your insurance. Okay, now you lose your home. That's not acceptable. Yes, Tina. Yeah, she brings the fire and she brings the truth, but they won't listen. Hit that like button for me, folks. Let me continue.
Back. Started off with that. Now, let's go to a lot of the people here, these aldermen. We had 31 aldermen, and we got one that's playing on the fence about protecting the citizens and their real estate and these property tax increases. But let's also talk about these aldermen that we got 15 of them that's getting money from the CTU.
She's got their names. She knows where they're receiving money from. This sister has it together, and she is not taking no for an answer. So yes, let's listen to her. Caesar, thank you for the super chat, love. Brandon Johnson's mohawk equals Al Sharpton's perm. Love it. Here we go.
Since 2009. Oh yeah, I'm bringing the facts. The facts is only what I'm going to talk about. And let's also talk about the 5 aldermen who not supporting the citizens, but also are not supporting with this and receiving money from CTU as well. So you 5, you know who you are, and so do I. List right in my hands. Also, let's talk about the 4.1% increase of salary for 2025.
Did you hear that? So they're increasing their salaries. Brexit. It would be nice to hear the same outrage for crime, though illegals aren't an issue in my neighborhood, but crime is and has been since 2020, and my area is upper middle class. Brexit. We have talked about crime as it relates to the illegals. Again, Brexit, I don't know if you were here when I made the statement. We had enough crime, and then we went and we imported some more. And so we've been talking about crime. Black Lives Matter, they're trying to get revved up again, but hopefully they're near the end. Anytime a white police officer or a white person kills a black person, here they come. They're so outraged. They don't say anything about the crime and the black males that are killing each other in Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, fill in the blank. But it's so important to you, Black lives. It's a lie. It's a farce. So thank you for bringing that up, Brexit. Here we go.
Starting from $123,000 to $152,000. So, I mean, this is all public information. It's not like it's something that's hidden. So, because us as citizens, we need to know what's going on, because all of you all are called mini mayors. And the mini mayors are responsible for the citizens within your ward. You are accountable, not just responsible, to be able to speak up on our behalf and not sit here weak and not stand up for us. But the 31 that has stood up, thank you. For the one that's riding the fence, who don't want to sign the letter, but says that he's not going to vote for this, thank you. Because a man gonna stand up. And we know who all of you are, because again, it's in my hands.
That's right.
So don't think you're not known, because this is public. So when you collect the money from somewhere, just know that people like me research and find out and expose. Speak up for your citizens.
Now, you know, after that, I have to drop a truth bomb. She brings it. And again, it's just sad that, that she has to go through all this. a tax-paying homeowner, business owner, and this is what she has to endure on a weekly basis. This nonsense, right? U.S. Army, we talked about that. You have a lot of people like Prosperity that vote Republican, but Chicago is so crooked. Oh my God. Oh, let's continue.
Mr. President, ordinance specifically, in China for a couple of things.
We can't hear you. You need to stop.
I know you called the question, sir. I'm just, you generally.
You need to shut up.
You generally allow for comments before you call the question. I thought that you were raising your hand to give comment, not to call the question.
See, he's the one on the list that wants us to get our taxes increased.
I'll recognize you.
And again, folks, those of you just coming into the chat, on this channel, if you go back, for over a year, we've been talking about stop this vote blue no matter who. This gender identity politics has destroyed communities here in America. I don't give a care what color someone is. What are their policies? If they get Brandon Johnson out and put another Democrat in office, they have the same agenda, folks. They remember, prior to Brandon Johnson, Lori Lightfoot, aka Beetlejuice, was called the worst mayor ever of Chicago. Come to 2024, now he's the worst. So again, and I feel bad for people like Prosperity who aren't voting for Democrats. They're just suffering. Mayor, that's where Obama came from. What does that tell? Mayor, it tells me all I need to know. He needs to go away too. Yes, Isaiah, it is a clown show. It is. U.S. Army retired, left Illinois in 71 when it was still a free state, never moved back. Thank God you didn't, U.S. Army. Thank God. All of us taxpayers, mine $62,000 per year, are on the brink of leaving Chicago. Many others too. What's Brandon going to do then? Right, Amy? The hardworking American citizens who own homes, who have businesses, you're running the tax base away. All right? And it's not fair. In simulation, would have been better to keep Lightfoot. Well, yeah, but she's still a Democrat. So even if she had still been mayor, this is a Democratic agenda. So I can't say that, she would have stopped it. All right, Cammie. Yeah, I heard about that. I have to go on her Facebook page and check that out. Let's continue.
No, he's the head of the bunch.
So the previous question of calling the question, the motion rather, is not debatable. So with that, all those in favor of calling the question, signify by saying aye. Aye. The opposed, say nay. The opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Chair recognizes Alderman Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask for roll call on the original motion.
Very well. So there's a motion for this ordinance to be completed with a roll call vote. So with that, members, please use the e-vote application to record your vote at this time. Madam Clerk, if you would.
This is what I was referencing earlier. So initially, his first budget was $300 million, a $300 million property tax increase. This is where it started. How you doing, Butterfly Nest? And so again, Prosperity and some others were protesting, and this was a resounding no. This was a referendum to this idiot. Your people don't want this. The vote was 50-0. Let me continue. You see all those? I hope you can see that. Up here, yays 0. Look at the nays, and they're continuing the vote. Okay.
Abstain? What happened? Come on, man. You don't want to vote. He's scared. That's his boy.
What a joke.
4.1%. Take his mic. It's 47, Lopez. We good. Ignore him. 47 we got. We got you, Lopez.
They are the only ones that got jobs. So what we worried about the state rate taxes? I went up there and talked about them salaries, so they know. We know.
And not for all purposes.
Has a what?
So therefore, all members in the room have to cast a vote. Thanks, Mayor.
Yeah, we don't want to say no. Actually, it's 49.
You see that?
There are 0 nays, 50 nays. Hallelujah! Matter has been voted down. Alderman Mitchell, motion to adjourn.
And so I wanted to share that with you. So you see where he is now. Started at 300 million, came down to 150. Now he's asking 68 million. And I was talking to Prosperity, and he needs to be asking 0. Get rid of your illegals, and you won't need to ask for money. How you doing, Jesse? Yeah, glad you're here. And so that's just where we are with that, folks. Yes, hit that like button for him if you're enjoying this content. Also share this content. Al, I also have something else to share with you. I'm not done. Right, Amy, not one penny. If you didn't have the migrants, okay, you wouldn't have this problem. You're squeezing Americans, squeezing every coin you can get from them because you have people who shouldn't even be here. All right, let me share this with you. And again, don't forget to subscribe to Prosperity's channel. Okay, let me share this with you. I am not done. We're not letting it go, folks. Let me share this with you. right. Okay, are you with me? You still with me, folks? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button for me. Chicago Alderman blasts Johnson's proposal of $400,000 salary for vice mayor of Chicago. All right, tell me what you think about this in the comment section. I'm going to play this for you as well. So we see where his priorities are located, and they're definitely not with his constituents. Oh, Jesse, where are we here? Did I miss a comment? Blackson is in, James. Blackson is in the comment section. He's not on the show today, but he is in the comment section. Thank you, Prosperity. Prosperity just dropped her channel link. Please click on that link and sub up. Here we go.
Maybe on a new city budget that includes $234 million in tax hikes. Yesterday, the Chicago Tribune reported the new budget supports a 62% increase in city spending since 2019. Chicago is outspending LA, New York City, and Houston by far. Ninth Ward Alderman Anthony Beal joins us now. Okay, we're trying to hash this out. Is there a vote today or is there not a vote today?
Well, we really don't know yet. We're hearing, through different avenues that they're going to try to postpone the vote. But, we've already postponed it long enough. The budget has been pushed back a couple of months, and the mayor's been trying to buy time, and he's been trying to buy votes. And, right now they don't have the votes. So I think they're just trying to, buy themselves more time in order to try to convince other aldermen and probably buy some more votes to go their way.
Okay, everyone, listen to what he's saying. So he postponed the vote, and supposedly the vote is going to take place on Monday. So and remember from the previous video we viewed, Mayor Johnson said they were going to work on it this weekend. So we see these backdoor meetings. Yeah, he's trying to buy votes. You shake my hand, you wash my hand, I'll wash yours. Oh, right, Isaiah. Here we go.
Okay, so let's say that then a budget either isn't voted on or does not pass ultimately within the next week. We have a deadline at the end of the year. What happens next?
Well, the thing is, they've been trying to have this scare tactics, and if you all don't vote for it, we have to vote for it by the end of the year. And this has been a disaster that has been created by the administration. They purposely pushed this back to try to force us into the holiday.
Everyone hear what they're trying to do, right? This is called coercion, right? Okay.
Into the new year, trying to force us to vote on something that we know is a horrible budget. And so we can extend it. There's nothing in the law that says we cannot extend our budget past the first of the year. Yes, by law, we're mandated to do it, but we can always extend it. We can do a 2-month or 3-month budget in order to get this thing right. So we're not going to be forced into voting for something that we know is totally inadequate for the people of the city of Chicago.
So the Chicago Tribune yesterday put out this editorial saying that Chicago spends way more than the other 4 largest cities in the country. And that includes when you take out the pension obligation. We are still spending so much. Why are we spending so much money, and where is it all going?
Well, we've always had a spending problem, and that's why the coalition of 15 aldermen have been staying together.
Did you all hear that? So they've always had a spending problem. Then you spend $1 billion on migrants. Then, I got an idea. Let's raise taxes on our residents to cure this problem. You can't make this stuff up, folks.
To say, look, we need to have cuts and efficiencies. When we have a disaster like this, when we have $1 billion deficit, how do you continue to spend without first looking for cuts and efficiencies? How do you look to, increase certain aldermen's budgets and take other aldermen and give their wives security detail in this budget when we have a budget deficit? We need cuts and efficiencies, and we can get there. We've identified over $1 billion of cuts and efficiencies, and this administration has ignored it. And we're not talking about layoffs. They're trying to scare people saying they're going to be layoffs. We've never said anything about layoffs. There's enough fat and efficiencies in this budget to where we can cut over $1 billion out of it without having any layoffs. Our budget has increased $5 billion over the past 4 years. This is out of control, and I'm really excited that the aldermen are finally standing up, and they're seeing what we've been talking about for a long time, and they're standing up and saying, you know what, enough is enough, and we need to get the city back on the right track because it's headed in the wrong direction.
What kind of cuts would you propose? What have you found? Where is the bloat that can be cut?
Well, when you look at the fact that we've gone up $5 billion in 4 years, what we've proposed to the administration is go back to 2020 levels, pre-COVID, and then look at that number and then do the cost of inflation, which is 3 or 4% per year. That alone is $536 million. We all know that we need public safety. There are over 2,000 police vacancies in the police department. There's no way on earth we can fill 2,000 vacancies in a year. So let's take 1,000 of those positions and put them on the shelf, not eliminate them, but put them on the shelf because we can't fill them anyway because we don't have the capacity. We can save $172 million by just putting those positions on the shelf and come back, and when things get better, we can start filling those positions. We can't fill them anyway. We don't have the capacity. We can only put about 120 officers through the academy every month. So even if we did on a height, we're only talking about 1,200 officers that we can put through the academy. So that's another 172 million. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. When we look at all the bloat that's in all of these different departments, we can cut it and we can get it done. So I'm imploring all of my colleagues, vote this budget down. Let's start over and let's really force the administration to do the right thing by the people of the city of Chicago, and we can do it.
Okay, I can't let you go without asking you about this. Exclusively breaking news yesterday on Paris on Politics that in this budget that Mayor Johnson is proposing is a $400,000 salary for the vice mayor for the city of Chicago. Explain that one.
Well, let me just say, in my 25 years in the city council, the vice mayor has never had a budget. It is just a position in the event anything happens to the mayor, which we don't want anything to happen. However, $400 million. So when you look at the vice mayor, he has 3 budgets. He has his automatic budget, he has the budget of zoning, and he has a budget on the vice mayor. Vice mayor has never in history had a budget. But yet you get $400,000 basically for people to do nothing. It's to reward people for doing what you want them to do. And then when you look at
hear that, that's what's in play here, folks. So, you know, you're giving people all this money, but it's not because they're doing such a wonderful job. How you doing, Detroit HP? It's because you want them to vote a certain way. We know what's going on here, folks. We the people, right? Here we go. Detroit, share this on your Facebook page, please, love. Thank you. Here we go.
This budget, we discovered Alderman Talaferro was increasing his budget by $31,000. We flushed that out. They never said anything to us about that. Cincho Lopez, the Committee on Housing, they were increasing his budget $50,000 in order to buy his vote. And then when you look at the city treasurer, which is Jason Irvin's wife, her budget increased by an additional security officer. That's given her 2. Under Mayor Lightford, she eliminated those positions, eliminated them. And so now that he's chairman of the budget committee, they're increasing her security detail by 2 people. I can tell you, if you walk down the street today, nobody even knows who the city treasurer is.
Right.
Why does she have 2 officers as a security detail? These are things that are just really taking advantage of the people of the city of Chicago, and we need to stop it and stop it now.
This one organ.
Again, folks, we see where the money's going, and we're okay. Here we go. And so we know what is going on, and we know what is in play here. And yeah, this is not acceptable. So there's a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse, but also you have to. So you have the migrant situation. You have all of this waste, and then I had another to share with you. They spent more than $80,000 to renovate and furnish the office of the First Lady. All right, let's listen to this.
Investigates has uncovered records showing that the city spent $80,000 renovating a single office to be used by Mayor Johnson's wife, the First Lady of Chicago.
The receipts show that city workers did much of the labor and billed the city for that work. Here's NBC5 Investigates Bennett Haberly with the story. Bennett.
Yeah, Alex and Allison, these renovation or redecorating costs, well, the mayor says won't bankrupt the city, come at a time when Chicago is facing a huge financial hole and weighing all options, including potential layoffs, to make up for this deficit. Chicago's financial challenges raise questions about why the city spent more than $80,000 renovating this office in the Cultural Center for First Lady Stacey Johnson. Invoices obtained by NBC5 Investigates show the work began in room 306 as early as February and continued through August, with city workers, including painters, carpenters, and electricians, clocking more than 350
Thank you so much, Prosperity. The wife of the mayor is not called a First Lady. Thank you so much. So, but remember, with Brandon Johnson, he wants you to call his wife First Lady. Get out of here.
hours of time, billing the city for more than $25,000 in labor costs. Invoices also show more than $11,000 went to a vendor to replace tile and carpeting. Another invoice shows more than $43,000 was spent on furniture alone. We uncovered these records through a series of public records requests that we filed weeks ago. We told the mayor's office we had questions about this on Tuesday, giving them more than 24 hours to prepare for these questions. I'm wondering if you could help define what is the role of the First Lady in your administration, and how do we justify spending upwards of $80,000 to redecorate an office for her and staff in our current financial situation?
So the Cultural Center has always been a location for dignitaries. Every First Lady has
everyone look at what Prosperity typed in the comment section. So Prosperity says, so that $80,000 they spent to renovate an office, that was about 2 salaries. So again, she's there. She knows. For the people who are say, well, what are you talking about? You don't live there. Prosperity does, and she has the receipts. She just dropped it in the chat section, folks. Thank you, Florida.
I've had office space, there. Renovations for my office or any other office is standard procedure.
Is there any concern about optics of spending $4,000 on a desk or $4,000 in club chairs at a time when the city is in this sort of budget hole?
Yeah, the purchase of a desk is not going to change the financial structural damage that has been in place for a very long time. So this is why we ask, and I mean this respectfully, we ask far more profound questions than that. We ask, how do we make sure that the structural damage that's been created over the course of decades, that we reroute the rivers, if you will, to make sure that it gets to the places where there's dry land. And that's what we're doing.
Johnson voiced displeasure with our questions, but they were born out of these receipts, which show an order for this executive chair costing more than $2,200, a desk labeled for the First Lady running more than $4,400, another staffer's desk $4,600, and 2 club chairs costing more than $8,000.
Oh.
The question wasn't necessarily about just the dollar amount, but about the optics of that. We just had a very contentious council meeting, so I'm just wondering if you're concerned about that optics.
So I've been mayor for 17 months, and you have a question about how I feel about optics? Just go back and review the tape. If I were to allow my leadership to be based on someone's opinion of me, it would be a derelict of duty. I never question my position to invest in people. I don't do this for optics.
You couldn't invest in people and found you couldn't have found some cheaper furniture. Oh, that's right. It's for the First Lady. You have to buy the most expensive. Cammie says $80,000 for the First Lady's office space sounds like that $100,000 Kamala spent on that GoDaddy set in the hotel. Cammie gets it. So Democrats do an excellent job of spending other people's money. And you're absolutely right. Butterfly said they could have ordered that from Amazon for much cheaper. Exactly, Butterfly. TT, how are you? TT says, I told my alderman to cut his salary, cut everyone above $125,000. TT, that was smart to tell him that. Yeah, Mayor, he is a nervous wreck. I told Prosperity to keep bringing that fire, and maybe he'll have to go back to the hospital, or he'll have some more panic and anxiety attacks. Jesse said this guy was spending $50,000 on his hair alone. Oh, wow. Again, Democrats spend other people's money frivolously. Oh, my God. Tina spending money like that, like he's a king. Yes. Fridge, they talk always flawless and altruist, yet the results are always abusive and selfish. Right, Fridge? Patty, that's what we've been saying. He keeps calling. You have to address his wife as first lady. She's not a first lady. Oh.
I do this to transform lives.
Mayor Johnson went on to mention he's focused on the optics of creating summer jobs for thousands of youths, for ensuring social workers and counselors are inside of schools, and investing in the west and south sides of Chicago, talking points he has raised before in addressing our questions. And while not uncommon for first ladies to have a role or an office in the cultural center, a spokeswoman for the Larry Lightfoot's administration told me that they did not do any major renovations or redecorating to that room during her term. Allison?
Bennett, thank you.
Sure.
And so, again, folks, you're squeezing the people of Chicago, trying to squeeze every nickel and dime that they have. You're trying to take it, and you're spending money frivolously. And that's not acceptable. It is not. And I don't care how many times you postpone this vote. And again, more time to threaten people and coerce people into voting the way you want them to vote. The people are not going to stand for that. Blexit, Brandon Johnson doesn't care about his job. He has way bigger fish to fry when it comes to going home. Okay, that's obvious, Blexit. Because he is totally unwilling to listen to his constituents. His panic attacks aren't from his job, they're from issues in his personal life, says Blexit. Blexit, I beg to differ. He has been under scrutiny. Listening to him talk, he sounds stressed out, he stutters. I would beg to differ. Blexit, okay, I read that. Cammy, yep, that's why his hair looks the way it does. Right in simulation. Hit the like button, folks, if you're enjoying this content. And that's what I wanted to share with you, because this is totally unacceptable. And we have to continue to support Chicago Prosperity. Blexit has validity too. Okay, Prosperity. More Real News said that hair money was for his wife. Oh. Okay. Mayor, TT, Caterpillar, Tyson, and United Airlines, and there are many more major companies that moved out of Chicago because of taxes and crime. Mayor, that's happening all over the place. And you have Al Sharptongue and NAACP and Congressional Black Caucus and Black community leaders complaining about racism, and they're leaving. Well, crime, and they're not really making a profit. That's why they're leaving. Blexit said, trust me, those panic attacks are from something else. This man is the messiest mayor ever. All right, Blexit. Woo! Blexit, you know something you need to share with me. But I'm sure this stress from this job is not helping Blexit. Okay. This guy, he looks nervous, he looks sweaty, he looks like he stutters. It's like when they're asking him questions, it's like he wants to be anywhere but there. So okay, Prosperity. Prosperity said it will come to light. All right. Whatever it takes, Blexit and Prosperity, to get this guy out of office. Hey. Let's do it. All right. And so I wanted to share that with you. Let me see where we are here now. I think, did I have something else? Let me see to share with you. I think I had something else to share with you on Prosperity's channel. Where is it? Let me go back. So audit the voter roll. James, excellent idea. Recall. Let me type that in. Prosperity, Sister Prosperity shared that with me. I think, what is it? Recall. Recall this fall. If you're interested, let me share that with you. This is what we need to do. And I know some of you live in Chicago. All right. This is the website that Miss Prosperity shared with me. Could be, Cammy, good idea. He might, CJ. It's just taking so long, Prosperity. It's out in the open, but nobody wants to be the first to say it out loud. Okay, Blexit. Johnson not fit to have a position like this. No, he's not built for it, Mayor. Yeah, Boeing moved out. Yeah, someone said that earlier. Chicago should have an ordinance to recall their mayor. Let's do it. This is the website. You type in recallthisfall.com. All right. And then they tell you what you need to do. The issue that happened outside on the day of the fire. Okay, Prosperity. That's what I need to play. Thank you, dear. All right. As people are reading, let me go. I need to share. Miss Prosperity had to straighten someone out there. Okay. I'll share that. All right, let me get this. I have one more video for you. Miss Prosperity's bringing it. Oh, okay, Prosperity Blade. When I have the proof, it's on. Okay. So Prosperity is still on the case. Okay, let me share this with you. So we know what was going on inside. If you were here, it was pretty heated. So let me share this with you too. And then we're done. All right, here it is. Blexit. Yay. Hit the like button, folks. All right. So, Miss Prosperity, I think this is what you are referencing that you wanted me to play. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of your aldermans, Miss Prosperity. Is this one of your aldermen? Alley Cat said Prosperity needs to be mayor. Johnson needs to go back to substitute acting. Allie. So this happened on the outside of city council yesterday. If you did not see the video that we did, oh, you missed a treat. Let me drop that link. You need to check it out because things got heated on the inside and there was a bit of a shouting match. They almost were in fisticuffs. And then Prosperity had to handle this lady outside. How you doing, Doreen? Here we go. Now, these are the people, remember, that are supposed to be representing you. Oh, my God. Disgusting.
Is there an apology going on here? I don't know. Wait on the apology. I apologize. You apologize for what? Okay, we're going to say that on record? Yeah. We got it on record.
You gotta stop doing all that. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, appreciate you, bro. I don't think we gotta do it. Still, we don't dress our sisters like that, though. We don't dress our sisters like that. Yeah.
You don't monitor the doors now. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
To say such a misogynist.
So you on the corner Randolph?
Have you had a conversation with me about your We could, but we not. Can you get through? Come on and get through. Come on.
Everybody know that. That's
attacking my character. You're in the 47, 8 ward, right? You talk to your alderman.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Robert.
It's not just Maria. I gave the man. I gave the man. I gave everybody.
You looked at everybody else, but you came after my character.
And she been wearing all this red. I brought my gloves off the car for a reason.
Daughter of 2 pastors.
Well,
you hear what she's saying. So she wants to be recognized as being important. I'm the daughter of 2 pastors. Well, newsflash, no one gives a care. Butterfly nest. Oh yeah, butterfly. That's for you, love. So you see, she already has a sense of entitlement. Again, the black bull, right? I'm sure she's probably one of the divine 9 as well. Like, do you know who you're talking to? But just keep listening. Prosperity is going to get her straightened out. Hold on. Don't go away.
That's not the point. But the point is that no. Wait a minute.
If you can't hear it clearly, I have the closed captioning on because you know these are videos from cell phones and then they're outside. So if you can't hear it clearly, just please read the closed captions, folks. Here we go.
I'm getting ready. No. I said the daughter of 2 pastors. What my point is that was not appropriate. But to be a daughter, of pastors, we know pastors' children. We understand that. I'm not disagreeing.
All right.
But I'm saying that when someone continues to use that about their parents being pastors, I know pastors' children, and they
of the church.
Okay.
So for a man to insinuate or say anything to attack my character.
Not disagreeing.
That's a problem.
Not disagreeing.
Black woman,
Not disagreeing.
Black woman.
Did you hear me say not disagreeing, black woman? Did you hear me say I'm not disagreeing?
Prosperity said, did you hear me not disagreeing, black woman? Oh my God, this is hilarious. So again, this woman, an older woman who is supposed to be representing her constituents, she has a view of herself, or I'm the product of my parents were 2 ministers, 2 pastors. I'm special. No, you're not. Get her, Prosperity.
Disagree. Did you hear me agree with him? Did you hear me agree? See, that's where you getting it mixed up.
You have your character attack, and then let's talk.
No, but that's where you're getting it mixed up. Because I never said that he was right. You're putting that out there, not me. So let's make that clear. Because I never said that. You trying to mix apples and oranges. I said the woman part, what he did, well, I don't agree with what he did. That's bottom line. But yet you're trying to twist what I'm saying. But you're twisting what I'm saying. I can say what I want to say.
Then she's going to tell a constituent not to say anything. What? I thought this was America. And told Prosperity she shouldn't say anything. What? Cammie, yes. She acts like she's the daughter of Malcolm X or Dr. Martin Luther King. Like who? the fudge are you? Girl, bye. Tammy, yes. Oh my God. Butterfly nest is like, I can't take it. Oh my God. Let me finish. Oh my God.
I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Because I pay your salary. Now that you want to go there.
You see that? So Prosperity's a taxpayer paying this woman's salary, and she's out there with all this gunk. What the heck, folks? Right, Zully? I thought this was still America. Maybe I'm mixed up. What the heck? She, Prosperity pays her salary, and she's telling her not to talk.
No, I pay the salary. I pay that salary. So don't tell me what I can say and what I don't say. I'm sitting there agreeing with her.
Okay, look at, and then she has, Prosperity has the words up here. This is what forgiveness looks like from people that claim who they are. His apology meant nothing, neither did an agreement. Yeah, this is a joke, folks.
Yeah, she want to act a clown. So, because I'm fed up with this BS down here. Don't constantly take our money and then gonna try to tell me what I can and cannot say.
Is that not a slap in the face? You're taking taxpayers' money and then you're going to tell them not to talk? What? In Simulation says, I bet she lives in a white gated community. In Simulation, she's like a lot of these other people. Again, she doesn't care about the people and the struggle that they're going through with these illegals. She's not experiencing it. I'm sure if we go to her home, she's living nice, and I'm sure she's not dealing with illegal issues. Oh.
Neither did you call it out in order either, because I was the first one that signed up. I just want to state that. So I'm going to just start there. Let's get to the rules that were.
And I don't know if you can see it on your screen. I told Prosperity, I love it. Every time she goes up there to these city council meetings, you can't see it. She has on fatigues, camouflage. And I'm like, yeah, you're dressed properly because every day you go up there, it is a battle. And I don't know if you can tell, but she does have on camouflage pants. All right, here we go.
Talked about yesterday. When we're talking about the rules in this place, we should also be talking about the attitudes that come from these federal employees, these government employees. And if you want to talk about TIFs, you all already know that the black zip codes have been deprived for over centuries for having any developments that are needed in these areas. So let's start with that as well. Also, from yesterday, I'm going to bring up a couple of aldermen. We're going to talk about Stephanie Coleman at 11:40 a.m. Michael Young Bay apologized to her outside, but I noticed it wasn't even brought up in this meeting yesterday. But everything else can be brought up about banning and so forth. So when we're talking about rules, let's get to that as well. Also, let's talk about David Moore attitudes as well. So there needs to be a culture change here when we're talking about these finances as well, because see, we are the ones that pay with our tax dollars, and our tax dollars are supposed to be going to all neighborhoods, not just particular ones that are singled out. So I am speaking up on the black zip code from the north side, west side, and also the south side, predominantly west and south. So I just want to make sure of that. And when you all are finding money, you take these 40,000 employees that are under the federal government that's making a median of $40,000, which is about a balance of $1.6 billion. Take that money from these people who need to be some job in jeopardy, that claim they're working from home, that's not here servicing us in these buildings, and you use those money. So as a precursor for tomorrow's meeting, to let all of you all know, you need to vote correctly. You need to vote for what is right for the citizens, because your jobs are to represent us, not to represent that person who calls himself a mayor.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh my God. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. I told you, those of you who are new here, she brings nothing but fire. I told you. Oh my God. She brings it. I told you. Cammie makes an excellent point. Just like them BLM leaders all bought houses in white neighborhoods, the Black Bulle, Divine Nine all live next to the white men, women, and their kids. Yeah, that they're telling us white supremacy and racism, that's where they live. And they're telling us, oh, it's awful, racism, da 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 da. Get out of here. So you're saying you're saying one thing and doing another. And so this is what's going on, folks. And I just can't with these people. And so, and this was another, I have one more video to share with you and then we're done. How you doing, Aurelius? We're glad. We don't care that you're late. Everyone who's here, if you're enjoying this content, do us one small favor. Hit that like button. It won't cost anything. TT, this is about business and these folks don't use taxpayer dollars right. It's a new day. Right, TT? And that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. And then they don't want you to say anything, but okay, let's do this. I won't say anything, but stop taking my tax money. Taxation without representation, that will not work. Okay? Blexit. Willie Wilson is also a millionaire, wasn't going to take a salary while in office. Okay, thank you, Blexit. Alley Cat. Prosperity is a fighter for common sense. This is why she can't get through to them. No, that exactly, Allie. And Allie has a TikTok. Prosperity. Let me pull up her TikTok. She had a TikTok she wanted me to share with you as well. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, Prosperity, what is your name? Is it Prosperity Income on TikTok as well? Let me know if it is the same. Because I don't remember. I think it is. So let me pull this up. All right, I'm on TikTok, Prosperity, but I don't see you. See link? Okay, let me check this link out. And then I'll show you her TikTok videos. Okay, here it is. I found her. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's just Prosperity. I got you. Okay, I think I found you. Okay, let me share this with you and then we're done. Okay. Boom. All right. If you're enjoying this content, let me know in the comment section, folks. I found it, Prosperity. Let me see. And you can follow her on TikTok as well. All right. Hope everyone can see. I found you. Thank you, Florida. Jesse, Blexit, do you think Willie will run again? Okay. Badgerton, how are you? Politicians are used to citizens not standing up to them over the years. This is why the government has so much power. Right. We need more fighters. All right. Let's listen to what Miss Prosperity is saying. You have to love her hat. Look at her hat, Trump hat. I love it. Suave, thank you for the super chat, love. Sorry I caught you late. Suave, we don't care that you're late. The only thing we care about is that you are here. And I just spammed the comment section with some hearts just for you, love. Those are for you. All right, let's listen to Miss Prosperity. She's hilarious.
At Chicago City Hall.
Trump, baby. I said a Trump, baby.
At Chicago City Hall.
All right, let me see. So she's doing some great things, and she is not taking crap from any of these people.
And thank you for all your service.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video saying hello.
Hello.
And thank you for all your service.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact,
that's Alderman Cardona. All right. All right, and here we go.
Let's talk about violence when you all are getting up there doing those prayers. Let's talk from a Christian point of view. Numbers 32, Ecclesiastes 5:5, James 5:12, Matthew 5:33, and 5:37. You know what those are? All our Brandon Johnson, they're called vows that you make before God. You get on national TV and make these statements that raising property taxes is not one of the things that you can do because it's the lazy way of doing things. But are you now lazy? Are you now lazy? Is the question, because you're not holding to any of these.
And I know it's hard to hear, but as you see, she had, we were talking, I was like, yeah, he needs to have some more panic attacks and anxiety attacks. So she had on there, she had him put his face moving up and down. I love it. This is what we really need for him right here. If you agree, type yes in the comment section. This is what we really need for Brandon Johnson, an orange jumpsuit and some black flip-flops. All right. So again, follow her on TikTok, Prosperity on the Move. All right. There we go. All right. I'll move on to the next one here. And yeah, she's bringing it. She is not taking no for an answer.
Chicago's citizens, homeowners and renters, said no to property tax increase or yes to Alderman, voted out of office. Whether it is $300 million or $150 million, we said no to the sanctuary city tax hike to pay for a legal's lifestyle. Chicago is the highest tax-paying county, and we are fed up. No means no. Here is the list of 14 aldermen supporting the citizens. Call your alderman.
All right. And so again, she shares pertinent information with you, and then she gives you contact information of who you need to contact. So for the people who are like, oh, I don't know who to call or contact, she shares that with you. And then she has this TikTok. And she did this in collaboration with More Real News. Okay.
The black politicians, okay, that got in their position because of the black people, okay. You are liars. I'm calling your asses out. Yes, I'm calling.
For black and brown and working people to actually thrive in the city of Chicago, the least I could do in this moment is show up for working people.
What? Illegal,
Would it
not
be
working.
incorrect to see this as the city of Chicago rolling up the welcome mat and saying that there is no more that the city can do for these asylum seekers?
We will always be a welcoming city and a sanctuary city. This last part. Do you know when the last time a bus came to Chicago?
Yes.
You know the last time a bus came?
I'm not sure.
I know, it's okay. It was last December. Do you know why Governor Abbott can't send buses to Chicago? Because I passed an ordinance to stop him from doing it. Those are the things that you have to ask yourself. Because of course there are a lot of people who profit from the chaos that's being caused right now. Keep that in mind. And so that if you want real structure and you want real investments for our people, because I see your heart, you do. You're asking legitimate questions. I'm saying let's work together. Because in 15 months of the chaos that I inherited, not one bus, less are here. We got the White House to finally put an executive order. Because yes, this is a state. Yes, this is a struggle. I didn't sign up to inherit a crisis, but guess what? What if I didn't respond to the crisis? Guess what they would have said about the black man? He can't handle a crisis. I was going to be doomed one way or another. But guess what? What if I didn't respond to the crisis? Guess what they would have said about the black man? He can't handle a crisis. I was going to be doomed one way or another, whether I fixed the crisis or whether I didn't. Because if I didn't do anything, they would say the black man can't lead. And now that I fixed it, because I did fix it, because not one bus has come here, and here's the good part about it. Not only has not one bus come since December, there is more investments that have happened for our people that the very people who are trying to use this as chaos, they don't want us to know. Ask Boa Construction. Ask the developers who we gave vacant lots to in 24th, the 24th ward, and the 9th ward for black developers to develop on the vacant lots. The fact that we're going to open up applications October 1st for more lots to go to where? West and South Side of the city of Chicago. Your heart's in the right place. Bible says when your treasure is there, your heart will be also.
Can you believe this moron, or as Bugs Bunny would say, this maroon? Unbelievable. Oh, wow. Elizabeth, how are you, love? Please go ahead and hit that like button for me. Where are we here? Okay, there we go. Elizabeth, you're absolutely right. Sorry, did not finish my thoughts. When I used to see black people in office, I thought they were working for the black community. Now I know they're making money off of Elizabeth, that's what we've been saying. The Democrats have been using them as pawns in the game. They're not going to do anything for anyone unless you're an illegal. And so that's just where we are. And it's sad to say, but that's just where we are. Jesse said Johnson's a Haitian tether. He needs to go back to Haiti. Jesse, I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, they're making money off of the selling out, and it's coming out every day. All of the millions of dollars that they were given to try and get us to vote for the Curry Queen, Kamala Harris. Now, if you were not here, Blackson and I, the Arena Uncensored, hit the like button for me, folks. We did a video, and to me, this is a different type of evil, a different type of deception. You knew. We did a video Thursday. Let me drop that link, because if you didn't watch that video, you really need to. They knew. Okay, she didn't have that many black staffers. The few that she had said they were being discriminated against. They weren't given money to buy food, water, all of this. And then they were threatened, by one of the campaign bosses, you better not say anything. I just dropped that link. And I told Blackson, that's a different type. That's a whole different level. This woman, this cosplaying black woman, now all of us here know she's not black. She's Indian. We know that. But they sold her to us. This is this black woman. Vote for her because she's black. And in the background, it's every day there's something coming out. I love it. And enough of us, which I've been voting conservatively for years, but enough of us did not listen, particularly those of us who are Democrats, said, nah, they chose the couch, like we've been saying on this channel for over a year, they would do. And, I'm just saying, that's a whole nother level of deception. You're being discriminated against by this cosplaying black woman. You're being mistreated. But you're telling me and all those black puppets and shills, all of them telling us to get on board and vote for her. And you were being, you said, discriminated against. But this is who you were telling me to vote for. Thank you, Prosperity. Jesse, Blexit, Jamal Green got one of Tariq Twitter's space saying he was Haitian and had a Haitian background. Okay, thank you, Jesse. And so I'm just saying, Cammie, back in the days, there were also black slave owners. It looks like they haven't gone anywhere. They just rebranded and kept their trickster ways. Cammie gets it? Yes. Tina, they can pay the illegals a lot cheaper than what they have to pay American citizens, and I'll keep praying for the Chicago citizen. Yes, the mayor of LA, she said if Trump, has all those people deported, Los Angeles will shut down completely. They can't run. That lets you know they've been using illegal labor. Just like I think someone said, where is it? Something about the KKK. I think who was it? I can't find it. Oh my goodness, so many comments. I'm trying to find it, folks. Back in the day, yes, Jesse, the Democrats started the KKK back then. It was the Dixiecrats under Nathan Forrest in Tennessee. Exactly. And remember, the Democrats did not want slavery to end. Just like the Democrats now, they're holding on. They want to hold on to these illegals. Slave labor. Yeah, they're paying them something, but it's less than what they would have to pay Americans. All right. Black said that might be true, but does it prove Johnson is not Haitian? And so that's just where we are with that, folks. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to let you go. I've enjoyed this. Okay. Black said, I've heard that too, in reference to Brandon Johnson. Oh, yes. Prosperity asked me to sing a song because you see, when she's at those city council meetings, she is fire. She asked me to sing a song from 1968 by Aretha Franklin. You better think. You know I can't sing like Aretha Franklin. All I can do is say the words. Think about what you're trying to do to me. You better think. Let your mind go. Let yourself be free. So yeah, they better think. Prosperity's not going anywhere. She's still going to be there at those city council meetings, and many other people are going to be there as well. They're not going away. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. RESPECT. Can't guarantee. Ow! I better stop. I don't want the music police to get me. Thank you so much, Mayor. So make sure you're here tomorrow. I think Blackson will be back on tomorrow, and we'll continue talking about pertinent issues that are important to you and prosperity. Prosperity is going to get me thrown in jail for impersonating Aretha Franklin. Oh my God. Prosperity, what you trying to do? Great stuff. Thank you, love. I'm glad you're here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So I'm going to go. Alley Cat said they'd give me a Grammy. Oh my God, Alley Cat. Woo! I could only pray. So you know where I'm going now. I'm going straight to the comment section, and I will definitely, thank you, Jesse. I'll definitely talk to you as long as you are there in the comment section. And I enjoyed this, and I hope you did as well. And again, we just had 20 people to subscribe in the past day or two. So keep sharing this content with family, friends. And let me see. I think I still have Prosperity's YouTube page up. Let me show you. I'll share that with you one more time, and then we're gone. So make sure, because I have a lot of new people here. So please make sure that you are watching her content. You are subscribed to her channel, because again, I'm not in Chicago, but she definitely is. And she brings it. She has receipts, and she is there fighting for what is right, for her God-given American rights. Thank you so much, Cammie. I try to sing, Cammie, but I let everyone know I have no talent, but I try. Yes, Mary, you have a good weekend too. Unsweetened tea. That's right, Prosperity. Prosperity Alley Cat said she always watches you. So yeah, let's sub her up and support her because she is putting in the footwork. She's the grassroots. She's making it happen. She is not letting them off the hook. Thank God. All right. There we go. Okay, so everyone, please enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I do appreciate you spending your very valuable time here at the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel. And I'm going to talk to you in the comment section. Okay? Okay. All right, there we go. So share it on your Facebook, share it on your Truth Social, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mayor, is Prosperity here? Yes, Mayor. The Prosperity that's in the comment section, she's the same one on the videos. Yes. Yes. Toy Mafia, how you doing, love? Goodbye, Allie. Toy Mafia, you're going to have to be a part of the replay gang because we're leaving, love. We're done. Okay? But hit the like button for us anyway. And let me know. Also, folks, YouTube would share the content out more. Even once I end the video, go back if you're not busy, take a minute, leave a comment about how you enjoyed the video. I will respond, I promise. All right, I'll see you in the comment section right now.